Hello friends, it's Astro here and welcome back to the Needy Nerds prison where these nerds are needy and we need more of them. We need 20 per day just to make things, just challenging, just interesting, just fun. And so far, things are going pretty well. These new holding cells are just tickety-boo. And why is there a patch of dirt here? Come on, guys. Fixie. Come on. Okay, I have a cunning plan, right? Because these holding cells have worked so well, I'm gonna give it a try up here as well. And what we're gonna do is, let's see, we've got 20 grand. We're gonna go up to 2-speed, and we're gonna do a little cheeky. We're just gonna clear this whole. Should we clear this whole indoor area? I feel like no, but I feel like I don't want the beds to be there. So what we're gonna do is, I'll tell you what, we'll just demolish these walls. And then we're going to get in and, let's see. We're going to sell these beds and these beds. And then we're going to dismantle these toilets and these toilets. And I think we'll sell these small doors as well, all right? Because we don't need them. And then I think, here we go. We're going to dismantle these two doobly-doos. We'll get them relocated as well. They'll need to move. We'll get the rooms stripped out of here. It is sleep time at the moment, but you know what? Stuff them. They'll figure it out. They'll totally figure this out. All right, here we go. We're getting on it. We're getting this done. This guy is doing very well at unlocking all of these doors one by one and then letting them close again. Oh, mate. You're not having a good time of it, are you? Oh, poor bugger. All right, that's fine. Because here's what we're going to do. We're going to holding cell this whole bad boy up. And then we need to get the requirements. Do these objects not get sold? No? I really just want to dump all of these. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just use clear indoor area. All right, to just strip this stuff apart. I don't know why. What's going on up here with these beds? Do we have to... Okay, that's fine. And then rooms, holding cell. Right. Big holding cell. And this bad boy, right, this is super cheesy. This, I admit, this is like taking the cheese level to an extreme. But you know what? That's what we're all about in this prison. I am totally all about making this work the best possible way that it can. Okay, so all of the gear has been removed, or is being removed, I should say. We're going to have these metal detectors outside of the door next to the two phone booths there, just so that they're, a little bit more, they'll still do their thing. Okay, great. Good. So now, we've got to build ourselves a honkin' big holding cell in this room. And what we're going to do is get a whole bunch of bunk beds in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 dudes in this room, right? And then with this row, that'll take it up to 40 dudes. And then we're going to go toilets all across there. Toilets all across there. Excellent. We're going to get ourselves a whole bunch of drains. And a whole bunch of drains across the bottom here. And then we need some shower heads. We're flying close to the wind so far as cash goes. But I reckon we'll be okay. I reckon we can get this stuff in. And then what we want is a bunch of benches for people to sit down on. I don't want to do that. Hang on. I want this kind of centered. All right, let's see what happens when we do it from here. Well, yeah, look, that's fine. That's pretty good. Okay, great. I guess a couple of radiators, right, just to keep the room warm. We'll get a bunch of lights. We'll put one above every second bed, and then we'll repeat that. Where? Oh, I seem to have done this incorrectly, but that's fine. We'll just dot them about, and we'll get it so that it looks roughly correct, and that should be fine. We are going to need to do some additional plumbing in here as well, but we can do that in a moment. Should we give them some phone booths? I feel like, no, I feel like, yeah. I feel like we'll give them a couple of phone... Oh, okay, well, that's a no then. We'll have 2 phone booths. And then what else could they use in here to keep them happy? The only thing that we really require is those benches to go in, and this holding cell will be good to go. I'll tell you what, I'll lock this door open for you guys for now. Good. And then we'll check the deployment on it, which is still red, which is good. Is there anything else we really need to fuss about? I mean, I suppose I could put in some quality of life things like prayer mats and stuff. These guys are having a little bit of a tanty over here, which is not great. And look, I tell you what, when you guys are finished having a little bit of a spit, I'm going to tear this room apart. All right, because we kind of don't need it anymore, and we can kind of use it for other things. We can just shove you all into this giant, awful holding cell, and that'll be you. You'll be done. All right, we're a little out of cash. Let's get all of this stuff. All right, should we clear it? We can clear it, but then I think that demolishes all of the gear that's in here, and I kind of want to keep the toilets for elsewhere use. All right, so let's dismantle these toilets and dismantle these toilets. Let's unmark these rooms. That guy's got a drill. This guy, wait, hang on. I shouldn't be fussed about this, but it's, come here, you. Search. And his cell. Why not? Alright. Right. Here we go. Once those toilets have been dismantled, and we've found all of the final tunnels that are in here, we'll just strip this area apart. But for now, we'll just turn the rooms off. Right? We'll get the guys out of there. They can all be relocated. This area, I tell you what, let's get... Here we go. Get rid of those 2. No, I don't want to... What am I doing? Astro, come on. Buddy, get your stuff together. We'll get those removed. We'll get this sorted. We need some plumbing up here, which shouldn't be too much of a strain, honestly. It should be relatively cheap to put this plumbing in. We can just, like, loopity-loop it all around like this. And then small pipes, same goes. Big nose. There we go. I mean, we do have a whole bunch of piping that's not required, but better to have too much than not enough, I say. Just, it's always, you know, it's always best to overcompensate on these sort of things. Right. So, maximum security, dormitory, achievement get. We have that. That's taken care of. So now all we need to do is get rid of this stuff in here, which is quite irritating. I doubt there's any up here because of the way that we had that laid out, but, you know, it's even if there was... Actually, you know what? We know that there's not any tunnels up here, because otherwise, this holding cell would be flickering and saying, wow, $27,000, $30,000 from early prisoner releases. That is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. All right, good. So now we can just dismantle this whole area. Right? And we can recycle that for something else. But, actually, well, let's see. I could recycle this as a delightfully large area of solitary cells. But I had another thought about that, right? Because these boys, we want them to be very heavily dissuaded from doing any naughty things. And because this canteen... Well, that canteen should probably go into here now, right? I want to relocate that to there, and I want to dissuade them heavily from doing any naughty things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out here, and we're going to go like this, right? Just a couple of cheeky little bits of single walls all the way down here, just like that. And then we'll get ourselves some solitary doors. Just like that. And then rooms-wise, out here, this is where you boys are going to go for your solitary treatment. Because if you're going to misbehave, you're going to get punished very heavily. And very heavily means standing outside in the cold and the rain and basically just, you know, being very, very uncomfortable. That's how we're going to make you guys do what you're supposed to do. It's at the edge of a solitary wall too. Like the risk from guys being out there, not that solitary prisoners dig, but that's a whole nother kettle of fish. All right, let's get these tunnels out of the way. And we'll turn this into a new mega canteen for them. And then I guess they can have a common room as well. And actually, I'll tell you what. If they have a common room, then we can look at investigating how to do like group therapy sessions and that sort of stuff. I think that'd be good. I think that'd be a really nice thing to do. It'll potentially help us to keep these red boys under control a little bit better. I mean, if we look at them, where are they? They're all off at work. What are your needs, Harvey? No? Okay, so we don't have any, you know, explicit needs. We've got some heaters that need hooking up here. I wonder how long they've been disconnected for. That one is there, and that one is just too far away. Okay. Was this the scenario where we needed to hook it up from down here somewhere as well? Or no? Okay. Alright, I tell you what. If it comes down here, and then across and then down, it's probably going to be no different than that way. I might be best off just relocating this heater by dismantling it. Oop. By dismantling it. Thank you, Windows, for popping up over the top of my game. Right, I can dismantle it, and then I'll move it, I don't know, up into this corner here somewhere. Or something like, oh, they've dismantled the light instead. Come on, dismantle the radiator. There we go. Good, okay. So we'll come back to that. This is going along quite nicely. Old Smythe here wants to sleep, but is currently just standing in a puddle of his own vomit, which is, you know, pretty rad. I don't know about you, that's not how I'd like to spend my day. I do prefer to have some, you know, nicer things to do, basically. Nicer things to do. Okay, cool. So this is going to require a bit of stripping and replacement to get this relocated over to here. And this is still, boys are taking quite some time to get this done. Although I have queued up a whole bunch of jobs for my workmen to do. Should I grab a couple of fresh ones? I feel like maybe, yeah. I feel like 12's not enough. Let's go up to 16. We'll just get another 4 boys helping us out, or girls. There are female workpersons. Another 4 just helping us out to get this under control. And then after that's all done, we need to come down and think about this area here and retooling this. But, right, this is now taken care of. So, here's what we can do, except for this wall and that wall. All right, materials, demolish walls, this one and this one. Very nice. Thank you very much. Excellent. I'm very, very happy that that's been taken care of. Let's get ourselves a ceramic floor in here, right? So it's all nice and pretty like. We'll get ourselves... we'll worry about lights in a moment, but I think for now, what we're going to do is get ourselves this equipment up here. Where are we? We're in the middle of sleep time. Good. And we've got... Alright, we've got about an hour before we get to the next eat time. So, what we're going to do is we'll start placing ancillary objects first, and then we'll move the existing tables and stuff down once we've got a bit of space up our sleeve. So, first thing I'd like to move is the 2 metal detectors, which were flanking this door to begin with. Can relocate those down there like that. We'll just double check our deployment. Okay, that's all still correct. Good. So this will be a canteen. Now, what does a canteen need? I think a canteen needs... it needs to have canteen stuff, you know, as we've learned with the southern canteen. It needs canteen stuff, but then it also needs standard needs requirements activities, right? So we'll get a whole bunch of toilets, a whole bunch of showers, all laid down like this. We're going to get ourselves a bunch of phone booths. They're going to be a little bit pricey, but we'll get those stretched across up here. We will relocate the television as well and bring that down. We're going to need a bunch of weights benches, which we can lay along this wall down here. Very nice. Okay, great. So we've got hygiene, bladder, bowels, family, exercise, all taken care of. And now that eat time is over, we can dismantle these tables, the 2 serving tables, and we'll do the telly as well. We'll do the telly. Do we do the telly? No, we'll cancel that. We'll let that get taken. Why did we miss a drain here, guys? This is not very good. Are there any more missing? There are. Okay, let's get those in. And you know what? Let's max those out so that they can get fixed up sooner rather than later. Because I don't want flooding in these cells, guys. It's not something that we want. Look at this handsome chap. With his, you know, big angular eyebrow thing going on. Lovely. Alright. So, the initial bits are here. Let's get our benches and whatnot set up. And what we'll do is, hang on, first of all, we'll set this up as a canteen. Blam. And then we'll change the other one out to a common room. Right, this one up here. So that can be a common room now. And you guys can just go and chill up there and that'll be fine. So the canteen, we're going to plop in some serving tables down here. They are, oh crap, they're too wide. Alright, what we'll do is we'll have them bonking in like this, right? So that they're doubled up, so we get more capacity for food. And then tables-wise, we'll just fill this whole area with tables. We'll leave a column in between, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll get some benches in. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Oop. There we go. Okay, and we're going to need some lights in here as well, because it's a bit dingy at the moment. We don't want it to be, you know, to the point where they can't see what they're eating. Although, with what we're feeding them in this place, let's face it, I don't know if I'd want to be looking at that. I think I'd want to be, you know, just shoveling mystery goo into my face at this point. Maybe I should think of a better phrase for that. But you guys know what I mean, right? I don't think I would want to see what the food actually looks like. Hey, I tell you what. These cookers and things, let's cancel that. Let's cancel that. And let's go ahead and just move these around a little bit so that they're actually a better layout, so that we can fit a few more things in. And I'll just put in one more for now. But then what we'll do is we'll dismantle this, and then objects dismantle these. And so what we can do then is relocate everything and make it a little bit more efficient, right? Because I want to have a sink lined up with 1, 2 here, and then we can have another one here. Okay? Yes, and probably have a third, just to be on the safe side. And then we'll just plumb those in so that they're connected a little bit more logically. So we'll have a hot pipe that runs straight down there. We need some electrical cables that come, I don't know, down, what do we got? 2, 2, 2, and then down here. We'll need a big power strip. And we're probably going to need to donk another couple of these bad boys in as well. Here we go. Okay, so, guys, what happened? What happened to my cookers and stuff? Did you... Oh, is it because I... Crap. It's because I cloned them and then removed them straight away. So, when they were removed, they then didn't clone. Which is a bit of a whoopsie. But that's okay. We're going to need some sprinklers, just in case. Right? To make sure that we don't have any issues with this joint burning down. Which has been a... Oh, it's there, not there. There, there, there. There we go. Right, it has been a problem in the past, and I don't want to repeat that again. It's been a bit of a pain when it's occurred in the past. Just because of the fact that, oh, then you got to get the fireys in, and you got to do all of that sort of stuff. It just gets to be a bit orcs. A little bit orcs. Right. Get some pipes. We should probably put a radiator in here as well. Ready? Radiator. Where are you? I always miss them. There we go. We'll get one here and one here. How's that? And then we can hook those up. So that's about there. I think that was it. Spot on. Well done. Alright, cool. So that is a mega canteen for the maximum security boys. I think we've got... Yeah, okay, we've got 23 of them. And this holding cell can just shovel, you know, what? I counted out 40 before? So that is now very, very nice. Old Snazzledash over here, rolling around. A little bit confused, but he seems to be enjoying himself well enough. Oh, and we can put this TV back in. Where was it? TV. Large TV. A bit of large. Large television. let's plop it here. No? That's going to be a bit awkward. Let's just donk it there for now. And we'll just see. I mean, the bloom's not going to be really super effective, but it'll cover enough of these seats that whoever wants to watch TV can do so. The phones and weight benches seem to be doing their thing. These guys are just chilling and reading a book if they're, if they're requiring some literature. This is pretty good. This is pretty nice. I'm happy with how this is going. Extremely happy. The common room now looks quite sparse, and I feel like that's probably good enough. But I tell you what we can do. We can get in here, and we can do. Right, we'll do like a whole bunch of chairs here, and I'm pretty sure they should all be in the bloom. They are. Right, so they're all in the bloom of the telly, but then we can also do a what is an alcoholics group therapy doobly-doo. Get the psychologist over here to like talk to him about how drinking is like not the way to go, and maybe you should consider, just having a soft drink, or maybe a glass of milk, or maybe whatever the hell this green stuff is. There you go. That'll do you instead of whatever it is that you choose to drink. Good, excellent. That is starting to come together. It's starting to be, it's starting to do the thing. So now all I need to do is basically just keep an eye on these guys. I mean, like I said, it's cheesy AF to turn this into a holding cell. It really is. But it does provide us with that, additional layer of... it's Tapper. Okay, Tapper, I'll tell you what, Brody, I'll tell you what. You need, quite frankly, we do need a guard patrol in there. That needs to be in Section 3, which is eat time. And then during Section 1, we don't need one there. We do need one here and here, either side of the bedrows, just to keep things under control. And maybe in work free time as well, we'll have one. Because I think that was where we were when that deployment didn't stick, did it? Guard patrol. This one. Okay, because you got to do it on a different dot, which is fine. So now we'll just have guards patrolling up and down. If anything goes wrong, we can keep an eye on that, and bring it under control rather quickly. I'll tell you what, to help with that, let's get this taser roll out. I was meaning to do it donkeys years ago, but I did not quite get around to it. It is going to be rather pricey, but quite frankly, I'd much rather have that and be able to control these boys a little better than just ignore it. But where am I going to put a classroom? There's no space really here. This workshop combo is kind of sucking that space up. I suppose I could strip this holding cell out, and convert it into more canteen along this way, and then sort of recafooble it to have a classroom in the bottom. Would that work? I feel like it probably would. I feel like that's not a bad way to go. Okay. But we'll check in on that next time. For now, there you go. Lovely big maximum security, tunnel proof, bit cheesy, but we're doing it. Friends, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.